Hello and welcome back to another episode of Dead at 27 Club and other strange celebrity deaths. As usual, my name is L Blue, and this is episode number 2, and what a show we have for you today. On the last episode, Mr. Robert Johnson said he started the Forever 27 Club. Well, technically, he is right and wrong. Let me explain. The first recognized musician to die at the age of 27 was Alexander Levy, who passed away in 1892. However, no pattern could be established because he was first. But then in March of 1908, famed ragtime musician Louis Chauvin also died at the age of 27. I am sure him having neurosyphilitic sclerosis did not help either. Anyway, now you have a pattern. So by the time Mr. Robert Leroy Johnson arrives on the scene, the timing is impeccable, and voila, you have the birth of a legend, myth, or actual fact. Well enough. First up, Jesse Belvin. My name is Jesse Belvin. I was born December 15, 1932, and I left your world on February 6, 1960. You might know me from some of my songs. I wrote Earth Angel and Good Night My Love. How did I get here? I had just left the club in Little Rock. All the cats were on the bill. Marv Johnson, Sam Cooke, and even Jackie Wilson. It was the first ever black and white concert in Little Rock. People say someone tampered with my car. That is why I crashed my car. Till this day no one is sure what happened. That is how I became a member of the Forever 27 Club. Earth Angel and Good Night My Love. Now you are talking about some classics. I am here in Los Angeles, California, at the gravesite of Mr. Jesse Belvin. Another great voice taken away from us far too early. Once again another horrible story. Not only did Jesse and the driver of the car perish, so did Jesse's wife Joanne. Boy, Little Rock was something else. Back in the day, black R&B singer in Little Rock, back in the 60s. Not good. Enough of a history class. Our next celebrity guest on the Forever 27 Club, Miss Linda Jones.
I am Linda Jones. I was born December 14, 1944, and I left here March 14, 1972. I was a singer. You might remember me from my songs, like Lonely Teardrops, Hypnotized, or Give Love a Try. How did I get here? I had diabetes, and while getting ready to perform at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, something went wrong and I perished before I could perform the second part of my show, and that is when I became a member of the Forever 27 Club.
I am here in Harlem at the world-famous Apollo Theater. I always liked this place. I actually grew up not too far from here, and I used to have an apartment on 131st Street and Lenox Avenue, in the hood. For real. Word up. Anyway, I remember some of Linda's songs, like That's When I Will Stop Loving You, and Say Sweet Forever, and Who Can Forget Your Precious Love. Those were the days. Real singers, real musicians, and, most important, real bands. Well, anyway, coming up next, another one from our vault of never-ending bizarre files. Go ahead, check it out.
I am Isadora Duncan. I was born May 27, 1877, and lived here September 14, 1927. Most people say that I am the creator of modern dance. How did I get here? I was going for an automobile ride with my friend and lover Benoit Falchetto, when all of a sudden, my scarf, which was around my neck, became entangled in the open spoke wheel of the tire and drive axle, causing me to die of strangulation. Even though I was thrown out of the vehicle and I hit the stone pavement, I was already gone, and that basically is how I ended up on Strange Celebrity Death.
I am here outside of Paris, France, at the tomb of Isadora Duncan. Geez, what a fucked up story that is. Just chillin' in the drop top, with your long, flowing scarf, flying free, and then bam! Out of nowhere. Death. And who can ever forget? Gertrude Steins remarked, affections can be dangerous, and moving right along and bringing us back up to speed. Our next celebrity guest, from the famed Dead at 27 Club, Mr. Rudy Lewis. I am Rudy Lewis. I was born August 23, 1936, and I left here May 20, 1964. You might remember me as a soul singer, or lead singer for the Drifters. Some of my songs are Some Kinda Wonderful, please stay, on Broadway and up on the roof to name a few. How did I get here? I was in New York City, just kicking it in my hotel room. On the night before, the Drifters would go on to record one of their greatest hits ever, Under the Boardwalk. I would be in this hotel, shooting up and drinking. My body would not be found until the next day. Johnny Moore would sing lead in my stead, and that is the day I joined the Forever 27 Club. Good to see you again. Once again we are back in the Big Apple, New York City. And how about that, Rudy? What a story. Everybody knows that song, Under the Boardwalk and Up on the Roof. Boy, I will tell you that dope is something else. That's why I just say, no, I am on the green team, if you know what I mean. Under the Boardwalk. Anyway, coming up, we will once again dig deep into our overly stuffed bizarre vault and see what we can come up with. Stay tuned. I cannot tell you who it is, but I can guarantee you this, it will be gross and utterly disgusting, for sure. Stay tuned.
I am Jane Mansfield. I was born April 19, 1933, and I left here June 29, 1967. You probably know me from my movies, the theater, or Broadway. How did I get here? I had just finished doing a show at the Gus Stevens Supper Club in Biloxi, Mississippi. We got in the car to head for New Orleans, where I had a TV interview in the morning. We were driving and then a lot of fog came up and we lost visibility, and we crashed into a large tractor trailer. The tractor trailer had stopped because it could not see beyond the fog either. In front of everyone was a big truck spraying mosquito fogger, which was the reason no one could see. I perished upon impact with the tractor trailer, and that is how I ended up here on Strange Celebrity Death.
I am here in Penarco, Pennsylvania, at the gravesite of Miss Jane Mansfield. What another totally horrible story. Not only did Jane perish in the accident, so did her lover, Sam Brody, and the driver of the vehicle, Ronnie Harrison. The one fortunate thing about the accident, Jane's children, Miklos, Zoltan and Mariska, who were all in the back seat, survived. Thank God for that. That Jane was beautiful, or what? Alright, keeping to our morbid and unusual menu. Coming up next, another member of the infamous Forever 27 Club, Mr. Leslie Harvey.
I'm Leslie Harvey. I was born September 13th, 1944, and I left here May 3rd, 1972. You might remember me as the guitarist for the bands Stone the Crows and the Blues Council. How did I get here? While playing at a concert at a venue similar to this one, in Wales, the Swansea Top Act, I grabbed an unshielded and ungrounded microphone with my wet hand, which immediately electrocuted me, and that is how I became a member of the Forever 27 Club.
Oh, snap. That is some real fucked up shit. Definitely. Do not hire their roadie. And now you see why. I only use shielded and grounded, sure, microphones, but in Leslie's case, he definitely should have requested the wireless, or for that matter, the battery-operated one. Talking about shocking your fans. Anyway, coming up, if that was not gross enough for you, how about our next victim, guest? We dug deep into the bowels of that nasty-ass bizarre vault to find this. Well, I am not going to ruin it for you. Hold onto something and keep your barf bag handy. A grisly one coming up for your sick lust for all that is celebrity disgusting. Stay tuned and watch this. I am Bob Crane. I was born July 13, 1928, and I left here June 29, 1978. I was a radio disc jockey and an actor. You might know me from the TV show Hogan's Heroes. My character was Colonel Robert E. Hogan. How did I get here? On June 28, 1978, I was breaking up with my longtime lover, Carpenter. The next day my body was discovered. I had been bludgeoned to death with a tire iron. My skull was smashed in, and to top it off, I was strangled with an electric cord. And that is not the end of it. After I was dead, the culprit masturbated on top of my already deceased body, and that is how I ended up here on Strange Celebrity Deaths. Holy ass fuck, that man. Now that is some really fucked up and bizarre shit. Well, anyway, I am here in Los Angeles, California, at the gravesite of Mr. Bob Crane. I used to love Hogan's Heroes, and you know what? He never acted like he was gay back then. Oh well, I guess don't ask don't tell has been around a little longer than you thought, but that is some really fucked up shit. I guess Bob pissed off the wrong, what you may call it, or somebody, talking about a thin line. Well, enough of the grieving already. Our next applicant for abuse is another famed member of the Forever 27 Club. It is with great pleasure and honor I bring up next, Mr. Jacob Miller.
I am Jacob Miller. I was born May 4th, 1952 and I left here March 23rd, 1980. You might remember me as the lead singer for the reggae group Inner Circle, or my hit songs, Tenement Yard and Tired Feel Weed, and A Bush. Or, you might remember me, from the movie, Rockers, How Did I Get Here? A few days after leaving Bob Marley and Chris Blackwell, in Brazil, I came to Kingston. I was driving down Hope Road, not too far from here and bam, I was here, and that is how I became a member of Club 27.
Welcome back one more time. I am here in Kingston, Jamaica, right in front of the Bob Marley Museum, not too far from where 27-year-old reggae rising star Jacob Miller lost his life in yet another tragic, mysterious accident. Just a reminder, fate cannot be committed, but only obeyed. We are going to let our sponsors identify themselves, and we will be right back. I wonder if somebody around here got some tasty bud. We will be right back. Well, that, once again, brings us to the end of our daily dose of morbidness. I hope that this episode fulfilled all of your dastardly desires in your search for celebrity murder and mayhem. As for me, I am L Blue, once again reminding you, life is but a journey to death, life the one game no one gets out alive, and in parting, may all your dreams come true and try not to end up like any of our guests tonight, and, as usual, you can always reach out and touch us on the World Wide Web at actualfacts2@netsero.com, and as you already know, you can view past episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/LBlueFilms, and do not separate my name, it should read as one word, L Blue Films. Thank you for your time, and I hope you had as much fun as I did. Until the next episode, like my friend Lisa would say, world peace. Now it is time to push the whole ass button. Peace. I am OUT out.